Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So today we're taking another look at my LG C9 OLED. So this was a 2019 model that I actually purchased in February of 2020. For the first, I think maybe year and a half, I did weekly and then monthly updates for burn-in tests. Since then, I basically made it more periodic, so maybe every 6 months to a year. It's now obviously been 4 years since this TV was actually produced, and as you can see from the actual menu, everything it's still the same unit. I did have an issue with it, and I'll make a separate video on that with regards to the repair process and everything, but the screen or anything else like that wasn't replaced. I did have an issue with the power unit on this, and I know that there was recalls in other parts of the world for this age of TV. As you'll see from the actual UTT just there, we have 5,573 hours on it now. So once I actually set up my home theater with the 120-inch projector screen, this became my living room TV. So if anything, this has actually had more of a harder test and more of a harder life, with it being just paused on Netflix and Apple TV and stuff like that. Usage, if anything, should have probably gone up in comparison to how it was being used. So initially it was used for PlayStation and movies and sports. Now it's basically just used as our living room TV, so it's on most of the time, and it's used for all sorts of different things. In terms of the panel refreshes, you can see the information just here. So OFFRS, so we have 1041, and the last one was done on 5572. So that is the mini pixel refresh. So it's been done over 1,000 times, and we have 4 major pixel refreshes, with the last one having been done after 4,481 hours. So with that, we will exit out. Let's just cycle through. So as you can probably tell, this is obviously in a different location now, but the TV, as I say, no changes have been made to anything with regards to the panel. Panel is still 100% original. And as you'll see from this, what I suspected right when I first got the TV, I mean, I actually thought it'd be worse than this. As we cycle through all these colors, there's basically zero burn-in. And I've not really had or noticed any of the issue with dead pixels around the edges either. That was an issue prior to the 2018 models, more on the B7 and B6 models, B6 as well. As we cycle through this same test, you'll notice that even 4 years later, and this is a 2019 C9 model of LG OLED, and the picture itself is still perfect. Now, in terms of maximum output, it may well have dropped down a bit. That's what the pixel refresher does. It just normalizes the whole panel. So any pixels that it knows are getting weaker, it effectively just dims down the rest of the panel around it to make sure that you still have uniformity. That's my understanding of it anyway. If anybody has any further information, you can leave that down in the comment section below, but that's my understanding in terms of how it actually works and what it does in order to try and clean up the picture. I've never really killed power to it, apart from when it did kind of blow up with the power unit itself on the back of the TV. As you can see, even cycling through everything, there's literally no dirty screen effect, there's no ghosting, there's no image retention. If anything, that actually got better over time. So initially when I first used to run these, just in the time I used to have that first menu up at the start, it would show some telltale signs of image retention. That's actually got a lot better. And even on all of these sort of weird, on all of the additional slides, we're not really getting any retention or any areas where it's darker or anything like that. Watching it, obviously, content-wise, is still just as good as the day we bought it. Maybe not as bright, but this location means that it's probably not getting utilized in the same way. And if anything, when I actually swapped this with my TCL TV that used to be in this room, we noticed how much brighter this TV was even compared to that, and that was an LED TV. So yeah, this 4 years later, and it's still performing absolutely stellar. Couldn't be happier with the actual picture quality on this. In terms of the software, it's getting outdated, but to be honest, we always use additional device with it anyway, Apple TV, stuff like that. So the actual built-in software, I've never really been that concerned about. This is 4 years of OLED usage, and as you can see, perfect picture, no image retention or burn-in at all. If you do have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. I have a lot more videos coming, both on home theatre in general, as well as hopefully on the projector setup that I've got in the other room as well. So if you're interested in that, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. I'll let the video roll, and I will see you in the next one.